The podcast is live.
Okay, going live now. Hello， 大家晚安。我们 live 啦，开播了，今天 OK 嗎？
Hello， 大家晚上好。
OK， 我哋今日嘅主題係caregiver。今日咧，我哋嘅開播會用English， 因為我哋嘅 guest Miss Mala 係講英文嘅，所以我哋嘅今日嘅 topic 係 caregiver， 即係講看護者或者係照顧者。咁樣我哋由阿 Sean 開始啦。Sean 你對呢個照顧者或者係你自己身邊有冇朋友有呢個照顧長者或者照顧病人嘅經歷咧，或者你自己對照顧人有咩挑戰咧？你覺得或者呢樣嘢發生喺我身邊係？
其實本身你問我係冇咁樣嘅經歷啦 ，OK？ 但係我可以回想翻起20年前啦，我婆婆嗰時係有住喺我哋屋企嘅 ，OK？ 所以我覺得呢樣嘢係照顧者係嘅心態要好好，跟住好經得起考驗，跟住佢會問開你又問開你，就好似之前我哋睇一套黎明嗰套戲又一隻包貝問咗你好多輪，其實佢本身佢都係唔知道嘅。我記得我婆婆以前喺3點鐘，以前我後生嗰時，唔係好多年前啦，OK？ 唔係好多年前 ，OK？ 佢3點鐘咁樣，我話3點鐘未瞓啊 ，OK？ 我睇到佢喺度炒飯煲喎，佢話做咩冇飯食啊飯煲？哎呦，真係照顧者嘅話，其實要真係唔知道本身個老人家啊，或者係嗰個病者啊，佢嘅諗啲乜嘢啦。我覺得係照顧呢個人嘅心態咧，都係要好強烈啦。有時要企喺佢角度嗰度諗咯。所以我本身嘅經歷就唔係好多，我覺得係唔簡單啊，真係唔簡單嘅。Caregiver，你有冇經驗啊？
有，我係照顧我father咯。其實即係講唔屬於啦，我幫我 sister 啦。講真啊，即係講其實都好大挑戰下嘅，因為有時係咪佢哋講嘅嘢，佢哋要 express 一樣嘢係咪？你有時你 catch 唔到佢哋嘅 meaning， 變咗佢哋會好猛啊，猛到唔知我點樣講啊，變到有時真係會整到佢哋真係好滾啊！你知冇？所以有時真係你要用好 patient， 你要 understand 佢哋究竟需要係咩嘢，我哋先可以嗰方面落手嘅。
OK， 但我哋陣間會等 Miss Mala 幫你分享下佢照顧佢 mother 嗰個心情，點樣克服佢嘅嗰啲 challenging。嗰話你咩事啊？你又跳出去啦係咪？你聽到照顧者你又跳出去？
係咯，唔想講呢樣嘢，我係驚我喊。上個禮拜跟出醜㗎啦。
好，咁我哋就轉咩台啊？我哋講英文台叫咩名
？English 啊。
English 啊
，CNN
係啊
，CNN
係報新聞喎，係 CNN 啊，
我哋 CNN MCC。
OK， 我哋請 Miss Mala 上嚟先啊 ，before 我哋介紹佢 ，OK 或者介紹佢先嗬。Okay, today our special guest, Miss Mala Devi. She is currently founders of MDC Training and Management Services. She's also acquired her Master in Education from Victoria University, Melbourne in 2010, and she is a qualified Montessori educator. Miss Mala is extensively involved in the children's education across Southeast Asia, having conducted learning programs for over 200 schools in Malaysia and for several participants in Thailand. She's also a single mother with 3 children. She's also an advocate of mental health with 26 years of experience. Welcome, Miss Mala Devi. Yay! Mala want to welcome with the what? Sawatika. How to spell it? Akifat, how to say that?
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Sawadika.
Hi Mala, thank you for coming to our show, and we are now what we call really glad to have you here to talk about the topic of caregiver, where you have the experience of taking care of your late mothers and also Visha. All right, so do you want to do a small little introductions? I have done a brief already.
Yeah. So thank you so much to Miss Eugene and Alfred, Sean, and Yi Kok Hwa. Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to share because sharing is caring. I like the words now. Kita jaga kita. We have to take care of ourselves and share. That's a very good slogan for this pandemic, I believe. And a little bit of a background is I was 14 years in Bangkok and I came back in 2011. At that time, my mother was also very aged, about 8. She passed away 5 years ago. And at that time, my daughter was diagnosed with mental illness. So I'm sure all of you would also have this well experience of taking care of not one person, but two people. So in my
Mala, I can't hear you, Mala.
Now?
Yes, better. So probably, yeah, I need to get nearer. Yeah.
Sorry. So in that sense, I had to make a choice of whether to take care of my mother or my daughter. But I can't do both, right? And my mother was like many other people thought that my daughter's mental illness was siao or whatever. She said her daughter is normal. She's like everything externally very good. So I don't think she has mental illness. It's just an imagination. So I was caught in the dilemma. So I had to take care of my daughter, my first priority. And I also have a brother and sister. But overall, taking care of an aged person is not easy. I can empathize with whoever is taking care, especially with my mother kind personality. Miss Eugene knows her very well. She's a bit very highly creative. She sews her own clothes, and even her garden is full of only specialized plants. And when she cooks, also is specialized food. You take her to Tengku Kelana, and she will criticize worse than Gordon Ramsay. She will say all the negative, quite a highly critical personality. So can you imagine taking care of her? I'm sure when you take care of older people, you have challenges, and when they are even more challenged, is even more critical for us. As caregivers, we become very stressed out. So even at one point, I remember Miss Eugene came to my house and was supposed to be keeping an eye on her, and she just burst a pot, and that was really traumatic for her. And then when we went to check, and she was going through a little bit of a dementia. So then we started understanding her condition. But if I can turn the clock back, I always think, how can I turn the clock? If I turn the clock back, what would I have done better? That's what I would like to ask. So now
that's why that's the topic of the day. Can you hear me, Mala?
If we can do it. Yeah, I can hear you.
So that's why we want to talk about actually.
So like medically, if you need, she will call me or call Eugene. We run to a hospital because we know emergency. She will only call us because we will be there for her. And I also very grateful to Miss Eugene because when she was passing away, she asked for Miss Eugene. Never asked for any of our relatives. She said, "Will I see Eugene?" And then Eugene said, "You want to see your mother now? Come, I take you now." And then we rushed to the hospital. That's the last time we saw her. So Eugene got full blessing from her. Very so she was blessed by the old lady. So, it's not easy. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of empathy, and got to understand. And then taking care of my daughter was also a bit challenging because people with mental illness is not something not a very pleasant journey to go through, especially you have a chronic illness called schizophrenia. So you got to understand the illness and empowering her and bringing her to what she is. This is okay, and it's not so challenging as managing the illness, like hallucination and delusion, their thoughts is the challenging part. So as caregivers, what we should do is what we will share with you. So that's a bit of a summary of me taking care of my mother in a very critical, a very highly sensitive care of a daughter.
Mala, I think your line is lag, you know. Yeah. Look at three of them.
Yes,
You're like,
yeah.
wow. I can hear, but the line is a bit lag. I think three of us is like, oh, what is Miss Mala doing? What is like a power woman or iron lady who's taking care of late mothers, you know, and looking after the mental illness conditions, daughters, you know. I think Goa has a view that, you know, you are very power ladies, right?
Oh, strong woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, looking at what you have gone through, right? Actually, I'm sure that everyone, I think most of family, if you have elderly where they are the so-called assigned caregiver in the family to take care of the elderly, you know, what is actually the basic role and responsibility that the among the sibling, at least if you have sibling, or if you are alone, or if you're the only child, then what is the basic roles and the responsibility that you need to take care first, or if you can't do it, or any duty that you think that actually can delegate to others to help you, instead of you support everything, you bao ka liao, you cover all. What do you think the basic thing you can do, and those additional things that you think that you can't handle, and you can actually need help and seek for help or getting external helps? What do you think the basic roles and responsibility as a caregiver within your capability?
Actually, the most important thing that as a caregiver, can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, better. Okay, the most important role of a caregiver is to understand what your loved one is going through. Understand that that's why I'm quite blessed that we designed a new course with the HRDF Panjana, that we are doing a caregiver course. And when I went through the course and I was designing it, I said, wow, I should have done this for my mother. How come I never did all that? But never mind, at least now we do for other people and encourage other people to do that. So you must understand their medical condition, must understand what happened to the brain, what happened to their physical body. Physically, they're not the same anymore. In our eye as children, we always see our mother as a mother, but we don't understand mother also grown old already. So mother's brain also is deteriorating. So some form of mental illness is there, like depression. So you must understand. See the doctor, go to the doctor, talk with the doctor, try to understand. Because my mother, 80 something, so from 70 something, she go by herself. She see the doctor by herself, take the car by herself, very strong. Then once only or twice we went and then said, wow, she got so much complication. So I think as a responsible caregiver, you first thing go find out what is wrong with their health problem first. You want to be a good caregiver. And then the other thing, you must not take everything onto yourself. You must also share. If not, you become burnt out. And try to empathize, practice empathy. You know what's empathy, right? I don't have to tell you. You know
Sean, what is empathy? Clifford, what is empathy?
係咪可憐啊？sympathy 啊，sympathy 啊，am I right？
Sean, cậu á.
我查字典先，我查字典先。
They said they will go for dictionary.
同情心啊，應該係同情心
Let's
啊。
Google first. Google, ask Google. Sympathy 同情心啊。Okay, yeah.
同理心、同情心係你，yeah，嘛啦
to be in the shoes
Can't
of that
hear you.
person.
Can't hear you.
Now?
Yeah, better. Just now you're saying the empathy, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. What is their answer?
They say you have to find Google 同理心啊。
sympathy 啊，
correct.
Yeah, can feel and understand the other party. All right.
Yes. To
Okay.
be in their shoe, to
Thinking
be
from
in their
their shoe.
position, and
同理心
yeah,
啊。
instead of
Understand-
saying poor,
understanding their situation 啊。
exactly, and being not giving comments. Imagine what they're going through. See, many of us, the younger generation, why are you so so grumpy? Why can't wake up? Cannot be pleasant every time you're grumbling away. We look at their negative, but we don't understand what they are going through. So they have many years of experience, and suddenly, like they strike with the illness or something like that, they feel so like very helpless. So you try to empathize and try and do things based on what they need, not what you need. A lot of the time we do a lot of things based on our knowledge, but not understanding what the patient need, what their loved one need. That's the most important thing, to be in their shoe, and also being understand their behavior pattern, why they have changed. And then if you see that they're going through depression, go for early intervention. Immediately take them to seek for help. Don't wait and say, "Ayo, now so depression is okay, but everybody also be depressed. She got money, she got everything. I don't understand why she's so depressed." My brother used to say, "You have everything. Why are you so depressed? Why are you so lonely?" So
Your brother not watching the live,
go
right?
there. People think that the old people have everything, so they must be very happily retired or something like that. If you suspect something like that, seek for help immediately. That's what I would recommend. And then get an assessment, and don't leave them watch TV, do nothing, and then they become so boring and their muscles, brain all not working anymore. Work on neuroplasticity, where we say that we can jumpstart. Battery mati already can jumpstart. Same with their brain, can jumpstart. Some not 100%, but something can come out. Give some life to them. Give them something they like to do. Bring them back to their life. I think most of us are very, very busy, very involved with our work. We have no time for them. So we just come and see, you take medicine already, you eat, like that. And then if you want to, sometimes they are so frail, they don't want to eat, come with vitamin like this, the stomach is shrinking already. Someone want to add in, don't want to make so gung-ho, want to live for another 100 years. But yeah, they cannot eat anymore already, so must find another way. So think out of the box. Don't put the pressure on them more, and then they become more angry. So the tension in two parties. And younger generation cannot understand the older generation. So the gap is there. Agree or not?
We can get Kiefer to teach the old people Muay Thai, is it?
Yes, if they're strong, if their limbs are maybe slower, maybe not so aggressive. The movement, exercise, tai chi, yoga, all these are good for them. Get them out, get them new life, the age they're going through. Let age. Don't keep them in the house, and then you also tension, they also tension. Then the environment is very negative. No chi already. So how to get the chi into the house? I'm sure a lot of having
Gosh.
problems like that, right?
Mara, how you release your stress?
Yes. Okay, how to release
Yeah.
the stress?
Yeah, Kiefer is asking what are the challenges you go through while taking care of the elderly? I'm sure you have stress, So Kiefer is asking, how do you actually manage your stress?
So usually what I do is I love art. I do mandala art. I paint. I like to go to the nature, energize. If I'm very like down like that, then I go to the park and energize myself, and then listen to music. And my daughter always
Can't hear you, Mala. The line is not good, right? I think.
overburden.
Can you hear not?
Everyone like this. Like,
Can you hear not? Cannot hear
Can.
just now. Yeah, Mala, can you repeat the how do you manage your stress? Because just now the line was very bad. Yeah.
Maybe trauma connect stable internet if you are
Yeah, the line is breaking.
closer to it.
Patrick said, "Come and watch Skyline can release your stress."
No wonder he came in already. That's why Patrick came in. He must be very stressed, Patrick.
Okay.
I think I
Mala, can you hear us?
So we
Yeah, the line is lag, right? No, we can't hear the part that you mentioned that how do you actually manage stress. You're talking about doing mandala, anything else that you actually as a caregiver, how do you actually can what is the ways of managing their stress or how to get over the challenges, Oh, why don't Kiefer and Sean share if you have this kind of challenges when taking care of your elderly? What would you do? Kiefer, Miss Mala line off咗，不如你 share 下。
馬拉入嚟咗，馬拉
Yeah,
入嚟咗。
Mala, we get them to share if Kiefer and Sean would be in your shoes. What would they actually
Okay.
they will possibly do? Kiefer, what do you think?
I will going to for meditation. Can hear 馬拉？係嘛
？Okay, 你講。Okay, can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, go for meditation 啊。Sean,
yes.
he say Kiefer saying that he'll go for meditation.
I thought you go for what time? What time?
Can I go now? Can I go now?
Muay Thai is also very good because you release your stress. You take away your anger, your frustration. Yeah, it's a very
No,
good
Kefir
way
go
of
for. Kefir go for mạc.
Say mama.
go for swim.
Yeah. Yeah, what is 水茫茫? Just now you were saying, what is 水茫茫?
Pretty girl, isn't it?
Very
Pretty.
Beautiful girl.
Yeah, like Sean.
Yeah,
Okay, Mala, would you? Yeah, you want? Maybe Mala can share with us. As a actually for managing stress, the elderly have stress, the caregiver has stress. So how to come to a balance, for the two person like your mom and yourself. Remember, few years back, she have stress, you have stress. What do you think? What if 2 years back you have managed it better? What do you do then to make it a balance?
Yeah. So don't go into the story. Detach. Be like a facilitator. That means, what do they need? Don't go into the drama. Because you go into the drama and the emotion, then you become very stressed out, right? So detachment is very good. Detachment means not completely detached, but emotionally you detach. So ask them what they need, the basic needs, and then you do for them. They'll be very, very happy. But you go into the drama, are very, very stressful. And then you must have your own boundary. You have to have your own boundary and your limits, how much you can do and how much you cannot do. So you have to take care of yourself too.
But
because
Mara, but they're willing to share with you.
Share.
Yes, they're willing
Meaning
to share.
that the person who take care will they
yes.
share to you or not? If they don't want to open their mouth, how?
No.
They don't want to share. They want to tell you.
The first thing you must do is build trust. You must have a rapport or trust. If you don't have trust, you don't have rapport, they will never talk. Even with my daughter or what, she don't share with anybody, only share with me. And I also have other people who have similar mental health condition. But once they trust you, then they will do anything you ask. But the trust you must build. Very important. So you do something for them. They feel so like, wow, she did something so special. Why my mother like Eugene? Because Eugene always buy things for her. Buy breakfast, lah, this, lah. So she managed to build trust. Even though she is not our own kind of person, but she would rather trust Eugene than trust another person. Because she built a bond.
I'm one of the last person she want to see, before she die.
I'm like, what? You want to see Eugene?
All the relatives is looking at her is like, why you want to see Eugene compared with other people?
Because she built the bond. She built the bond and the trust. So that's why she is comfortable with it. So the most important thing is you must build that relationship. If you don't, no matter what you do, they sure have some problem one. So you must have a very good rapport and contact with them. So you also must be calm. So if you got high anxiety and wah, like that, they also will feel a bit threatened also. So you must remain calm and be at their level. But don't get attached to their problem. Don't go into the drama. The drama is the one that will bring you down. So don't stay away from their drama and say, what can I do for you?
I think they all good in drama, isn't it? The old
Because they watch
people.
drama every day, man.
Yeah.
That's good one.
True.
Oh, wow.
Every day.
Oh yeah.
You're talking me, is it?
Myself also, I always watch drama. I like to act.
But
Sean, you have any question to ask Mala about the drama parts or not? I mean, gaining trust from the people that we're taking care, right, is so important before we can actually reach out to them to talk to them in their language. What do you think about this, Sean? Getting trust from let's say the elderly, Sean Koko?
Yeah. Like Mala said, yes, building trust I think is important lah. Okay, why? Because you didn't have trust, but you cannot show your professions or taking care of them. Yeah, I think Mala is good because I don't have any experience in this. Yeah, so I also don't know what questions to ask you.
Okay, so what is that?
Any of you taking care of anyone?
You mean like Stephen Chow,
So far it's good. 20 years back, my mom's taking care of my grandmothers. Yeah. Yeah. But
Okay.
20 years back.
20 years back, taking care of the elderly is so much different from now, the challenges that we have it right now is so much different.
Yeah.
Because the elderly have the patience and the understanding, and the time it was different. Now the generation is different. Our whole system has changed. So that's why things have become challenges. Now I want to grow old also, I'm very scared. Don't know who's going to take care of me. I have to prepare myself to attend all the aged care courses and prepare myself.
You hear that or not? Keep fruit, Sean and Kokwa. Miss Mala have to
We
prepare
have to make
herself.
sure we ourselves never do the same thing like my mother or whoever, the young old people. Make sure we don't do the same.
Yes, don't make sure we don't do the same. So my daughter will say, wow, what you do to your mother, the karma will come back to you. I said, oh, I make sure I don't depend on my children. I have to be independent and find my own retirement home or what. And I'm quite blessed that my son is not with me. My daughter is all overseas, so no need to depend on anybody. It's safe.
Mala, any precaution?
Precaution.
Precaution of what, Kifret?
Precaution is getting old or what?
It's good. Muay Thai, is it? Getting more Muay Thai, is it? Yeah, actually talking about the mental health, right? I think Miss Mala has been mentioning a lot about mental health, where because she's also caregiver to her to Visha, and I think Kifra and Sean Kawa mentioned about it yesterday. That's actually what is the symptoms of this mental health, the mental illness that you can share with us? Any
Yes.
symptoms that actually we can actually look into it so that we know that that caregivers is slowly getting into that moods already, or the patient itself also getting into the moods of the mental health. Any symptoms that actually we can actually take precautions, like what Clifford saying, that we can
So,
alert them. Mhm.
yeah. So what you need to do is be very observant. That because we'll be very busy and sometimes we forget. Because definitely there are symptoms like they not eating well, not sleeping well, don't want to mix with anybody, no interest in communication, always within themselves, shut themselves in the room, and very isolated and feel very sad all the time. These are the main symptoms. And then if it lasts for more than 2 weeks, immediately go for help. Don't wait. Many people wait for years and say, it's okay lah, this is a phase of time. I also feel depressed. I go out with my friends, I feel better. But these people, they don't want to make friends either. Their friendship problem also have a many impact. Some love problem, some maybe break up from the girlfriend or boyfriend, don't know how to manage. So become very traumatized and very hurt. So they shut away from everyone. So even suicidal, definitely they will give you indication like this. And they give you message, they are trying to reach out to you, but we are so busy, we don't even know that they are reaching out. So they got no choice, then they go for this kind of attempt.
Okay.
Like,
But Patrick says she have all the symptoms right now.
that's why you look so serious just now. Like, oh my God.
That's why he came in. That's why he came in. That's why he joined us.
Okay. I think talking about the mental illness condition, I think we would like to get Visha to share with us what they call along. I think she has in this condition for 10 years, Mala, since 2011, right?
11.
Yeah.
This August
You want to
is-
talk about how Visha got it and probably just have a little bit intro before we bring Visha up? Or you
Yeah.
want Visha to do introductions?
One. Okay, I just give us just why
The background.
why I seek for help. Like you asked, isn't
Yes.
it? What is
Yes.
the
Why you seek for help?
symptoms as a caregiver? Because Risha all the time was a special needs child already when he very young. So she's academically not so good, but then she went to Australia, she studied, and then she came back to Bangkok. And then when we came back to Malaysia, her behavior changed a bit, very odd. Then she told me everywhere I follow her because her elder two siblings very independent. So she said I want to be independent. So I had to go to Bangkok for training for 3 weeks. She said, 3 weeks, I can stay on my own. I'm very independent. I don't need your help anymore. So I prepare everything for her, have out the contacts. So when I call her, she's like, oh, don't disturb me. I'm 18 years old. I know what to do. I'm a very matured lady. Don't treat me like a baby. So I thought, okay, maybe leave her alone. And all the contacts I left, also try contacting her, no answer, but they think, oh, okay, la, Visha, big girl already, let her be. Then the last third week, she called me and said that a house changed already, the gates all changed already. Then I called my sister, then she came to see and left her. But then when I came back the next day, then I saw her. That's why I asked, okay, if you see her, she lost so much weight. She was only 26 kilos. The house was in a mess. All the cups that I left behind was full of fungus, and the bathroom is black in color, and then she is like talking to herself, talking to the dog, walking up down. Then she says she's in love. Then I thought 3 weeks can fall in love, ma. How come so fast can have a love? Something not right. So I observed her lah. Then she said, you came back already, something not right with you. She said something wrong with me because I'm keeping alert to find what is wrong. But she was very, very uncared. So the hygiene bit is another one. If somebody is very hygiene, never brush teeth, never wash their hair, a bit smelly or something, also symptom. Key number one, not keeping themselves clean. That was one symptom. Second symptom, bathe and bathe for hours, bathing and bathing for a long time. And then talking to herself. So based on this, So I thought she's not normal. So what can I do? So I look at the Google and find out what's the nearest hospital. That I'm Glen Eagles lah. Then I said this one doesn't look like a medical problem, look like a psychological problem or psychiatry. So I went for assessment. So he was very worried. 26 kilos. She said, in 1 week you don't come, sure she cannot be alive because her body is already very weak. Test, everything fine. Then only find out that she have a mental illness. So that's how the journey started. And then first she didn't want to take medication, and then she now is on medication until today lah. And then you want to hear more story about how she feel, you can listen to the person in their shoe. So
Hi, Visha. Want to move to Visha? Welcome, Visha.
Hi.
I'm glad you're prepared today. Yes. Yeah. All right. You want to say something?
Yeah. As what my mom said, my first psychotic episode was in KL. Then after that, I've been doing some therapy and psychologist to handle my hallucination and voices. It's been 10 years and I am now functional. I have studied a few courses during my journey, such as makeup, creative writing, fashion, and the last I did was flower arrangement. And after that, I decided to go into the journey of advocacy, meaning talk about my illness, share my story. And I've been doing that for a long time now. It's something I'm very passionate about to help those recover, to give inspiration. Because when I was young, they said I wouldn't be able to get any certification at all. But I managed to graduate with RMIT for foundation, and I also graduated with a certificate in fashion and design in Bangkok. And sometimes voices can be loud still. I still have hallucination. How I
Are you-
deal with
Are you
this-
still on medication, Visha?
yeah, I'm still on medication. So my mom is the one that usually helps me reassure, and she takes me out. She takes me to classes. She makes sure I go for exercise. She makes sure that I'm independent and doing the routine as well as being suicidal. I think 4 years ago, I was very suicidal and I was admitted to UH for 1 week. I got better, but it was a very horrible experience for me. The nurses weren't nice, and some of the doctors weren't nice, but my doctor was okay. Um, After that, I don't think I ever want to get admitted again. Yeah, and my message to everyone is that it's okay not to be okay.
Let's go on, Visha.
So you can speak Thai language.
Yeah.
She's very good.
she went at the age of 5.
I left Malaysia at the age of 5.
Don't cry, Kok Wah. Don't cry, Visha. While listening to your story, Kok Wah is about to, the tears about to come out already. Yeah.
No lah. Yeah.
What did he say?
Visha is really a survival. I think for
very
10 years, and she's really working hard to kind of like together with the mother, Miss Mala. They are really good. Both of them are like friends, mothers, daughters, and I've seen them. Actually, I witness, isn't it? Visha, for how many years? Since 2014, I know two of them, and Visha has been a very strong fighter. All right. So thank you, Visha, for your sharing. All right. Anything you want to say to your mom, Sanat? Visha? Anything you want to say to your mom or not? As a what? As a driver? As a mother? As a nurse? What else?
nurse,
Mm-hmm.
cook,
Cook.
Maid also.
Yes. What else? You see? Being a
friend,
mom.
mom.
Mm. Anything you want to say to your mom or not? Okay. All right. Thank you, Visha. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, we get back.
Yes. Now we start to have another name for caregiver. All right. We have what? Mothers by default. All right.
Yeah.
Then the driver.
Yes.
Maid.
Lina.
Cook.
No, I make it very nicely. I call it nutritionist, entrepreneur, domestic. Bomo also, sometimes Bomo work spiritual. We have to clear the ghosts away, and then we have to do some prayer.
Hey, yes. Yes. I tell you, three of you. Yes, we Miss Mala really gets what Bomo? Not Bomo lah. What you name it? The right one, the spiritual, the what do you call the chanting.
Chanting.
You
Yeah,
learn
Mala is
from
Buddhist. Yes.
you learn from
Sifu,
Thailand or
Sifu.
where?
yeah. Here the
Huh?
Taoist people ask us
Oh,
to
Taoist.
chant. Then the Zen meditation also asked to chant. We also went to the Ustad.
Careful Tan Hamo.
And
Hiya. Actually, Miss Mala have go to the Chinese one. What do you call it?
Taoist.
Taoist 佢真係問過師傅㗎，係佢問過師傅嘅。And then also go to what else Ustad
Ustad also we
係
went.
啊，馬來係佢都問過嘅。And then what else馬來your own chanting session right?
Church
also Church also 去過嚇，佢真係滿天神佛都問過㗎啦。Everything every religion
You know another 茅山
茅山
茅山師傅啦，also another master 師傅 kind of like you know
So many people.
林正英啊，
Oh,
林
you
正
use
英啊
the,
喂，
but like Malay, they're using the coconut one, chase away the.
use a coconut
and look for MH 370 or what?
So we went through a lot to find out what is the balance, because everybody said, why you never go and see this man, why you don't see. Then the Chinese man asked, why you don't go and see your Indian one, why you come to see Chinese. And that's it. Everybody asked us to do all that. So we did try, but now we practice more of positive affirmation, more back to nature. She's what I want her is to get connected herself, not we force her to do it, because she must want to heal, you see, not we force her to heal. So when you force her to heal, it will never happen. She must take responsibility for what she wants to do for herself. So that is the journey.
all right. This is really interesting of all the asking here and there, you know. Okay, to a point that actually wanted to ask, you know, as a whole, right, as a community and the families, you know, how actually we can reach out to help, you know. This is the part that I wanted to ask you about it. As a whole, all right, community and the family, actually, how we actually can help to reach out.
You see, because the first thing is we are ashamed. We are in denial. We don't want to acknowledge mental illness. For us, mental illness means gila, siao, and the Indian pythium, whatever it is. No, not nothing. They are normal people, even old people. So what we try to advocate is, let's say you live in a taman. The people in the taman should know there is somebody who is having this. There is an old person living alone. There is somebody that needs help. So they can live as a community. So like an ambulance or an emergency, all that, they must know where they can help each other. Kita jaga kita lah. That's why I would advocate. And then in the apartment or what, get a WhatsApp group to know that who are your people living with you. Instead of, because family is very hard for them to come in because they are far away. The neighbors are your know thy neighbor is the best. So now modern society, we don't know our neighbor because we're so busy, man. So we have to bring this back, like our gotong royong, how we used to help each other to clean up the place. So community support is very important. Then the old people and the people with mental illness feel a sense of belonging. People are accepting them in society. If your neighbor don't accept you, how can the society help you? If your family don't accept you, then who can accept you? And family also, they think it's your problem, not my problem. It's your child, not my child. So that kind of concept have to break open, and we have to learn how to help each other. You know that somebody is like that, your friend, you need help, go and help your friend. Who else can help you, right? So we have to have this global, first start with your family, start with your neighbor, then start with the country. Then you don't need to depend on politician anymore. True or not?
Let's go.
We take care of ourselves, huh?
Clifford, you have to take care of Sean, okay? You have to take care of Kok Wah,
Kita jaga
okay?
kita, kita jaga
No.
kita.
You,
No.
three of you jaga
No,
dulu,
if
okay?
Kawa raise up the flag, white flag, then I come to
White
you.
friend lah, white friend. Kafir say no glove, right? He use the white underwear to raise it up.
So that's why I say we must, like, this pandemic is a very classical example of how we can help and support. There are so many people with mental illness living in fear, not coming out. We don't know, isn't it? Nobody knows. Maybe he's in your neighborhood. Maybe there's an old person staying there all by himself and nobody is gone to reach out for him. So if we as a community can come out to do this, we can help each other. That's my message.
Now got new
Thank you,
terms
Miss
already. Besides the kita jaga kita kan, there is on GGKGG. Kiki ku kiki. GGKGG.
Just now I saw the one message, Patrick.
Double
say-
G K double G.
I saw the.
Yeah, we
Patrick
come.
say, I talk to myself also in Zoom every week.
To yourself.
She says she have those symptoms. Just now you talk about the symptoms of the mental illness. She say
Mental
she
illness.
start talking to herself also in
Okay.
Zoom every week. So is she
Yes.
is she having any symptom of mental illness or not?
You talk to yourself because somebody is talking to you, not you talk to yourself because you want to talk to yourself. Somebody in your head is communicating with you. Then you,
Okay.
because
Yeah, okay.
sometimes you don't see each other. Actually, you feel like as though you're talking to yourself. Sometimes the people don't participate, kan? If
Yeah,
everybody-
the Zoom people off the video, they don't see people, you only see the names, you know.
Luckily
Oh,
our Sky here
stressful.
at least got four people. At least got four people here. For Sky, our Sky broadcaster. At least got four people can see each other. Not like Patrick always say see himself only.
That's a
Okay,
challenge online program.
Yeah, thank you Mala for having a good wrap up of the community Kita Jaga Kita, and because I heard a lot of these elderly, their kids cannot come back from overseas and they are really staying alone, and there are a lot of very sad story about what you're talking about. So the community really a good support, and like what you say that really start from us, the neighbors, then only the what they call the countries, and no need to bother about the politicians, right? Yeah, I think the Kita Jaga Kita and Kita Jaga the community itself also actually can very great helps to the elderly, not only the mental illness. All right. So Sean, do you want to share about? I mean, we about to another 10 minutes to about to 10 o'clock, so fast already, and the time really fly, and Sean want to have anything you want to say to Mala?
Yes, Sean.
Anything they learned tonight?
Really salute to you, okay, and we really learn a lot from you, like caregiver, okay, like unconditionally taking care, okay, and still learning. Okay, we see there's a spirit, okay, really like giving a good examples to like our youngest, okay, the relationships, like yes, the relationships and how you're going to take care of your loved ones, yes, but also one day is also quite I'm so afraid I want to become the one someone to take care from me. Also, don't know how.
Learn from Miss Mala. Go and prepare yourself.
learn some things first. Yeah. So that's all. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Sean. How about Clifford? What do you from Mala sharing? So what do you get? What is your feedback tonight?
Okay. Try to think positive and try to be a exorcist.
Exorcist. The Miss Bomo.
But
I think everyone has to stay positive lah. Think positive
Yes.
also.
Yes.
Stay happy also. So
Believe yourself.
talk more to people, not to be close to yourself, everything, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes we need to talk to our people because we are human beings. We are not alone actually. So actually nowadays got a lot of suicide case. It's not healthy lah. So okay.
Yeah,
So that's why we have this Skype talk. So maybe can bring some happy to anybody or bring some positive energy or the knowledge to anybody they may have benefited. So let's continue to bring the happy to people. That's all.
Yeah, we have a lot of training as well with Malaysian mental health and many other sources. Or let's say somebody, so you can reach out to that as well, and then as I say, the community can come together.
Yeah,
Correct.
I think I learned today about as a mother we have played many roles and actually doing it right now. The caregiver, I think really have to like what you say. You need to be a nutritionist, entrepreneurs. What else? Mala, just now you're saying.
Exorcist.
Doctor, medical nurse. You got to be a nurse.
A nurse, yes. So as a
Got to be a chef as well.
Superwoman.
actually not only Miss Mala, I think
Iron lady.
yeah, a lot of caregiver at home.
Yeah, you feel actually all this happened to make you feel stronger. If this happened to me today, I won't be talking to you, right?
Correct.
So
You are so positive. You're always so positive.
Yeah.
Even you have so many so-called problems right in front of you. So you're already so-called overcome that and stay very positive and keep smiling face. Yeah.
That sharing and caring.
So keep smiling lah, like Patrick said, keep smiling lah.
Sharing,
Smile.
Okay, thank you, Mala, for sharing. So, come to our lucky draw sessions. But before that, how are we going to do these sessions? Sean or Clifford, you want to share this session or not? Lucky draw, we have two. Okay, our gift today is the as what we ever post in our Facebook page today is the serving board, or you can use it as a chopping board as well. So we are thank you again, Mr. Chuan, for Cute Habitats to sponsor the two beautiful serving boards, or you can use it as chopping board as well. So how are we going to do the lucky draw today? The sharer, how are we going to trace? Kawai can see the sharer parts, or how are we going to do
I
this
think
session?
only Mr. Chong share.
What is it? Mr. Chong share.
I think only Mr. Chong share only. Mr. Chong get the prize lah, the lucky draw lah. The other one is me. The other one is me.
We forgot to say that, to share out this session, they only get the lucky draw, right?
Patrick saying that he's waiting for the lucky draw section, but he didn't share.
Got Lao Shen Yin said she said that he did share. Who else? Okay, while waiting for people who have shared that, actually can comment in our put a comment, then you will get the winner from there. So while waiting for that, maybe Clifford and Mala can talk about a little bit of Thai language that actually we found out that Clifford learned Muay Thai at what, Chiang Mai, is it? How to say in good mornings in Thai language? Wait, no, Mala, you be the judge, see Clifford correct now, okay? Okay.
Which one must say?
Good morning. Clifford. Good morning.
Mala share.
No. Mala is judge. You say, see whether correct or not.
I cannot say lah. I forgot already. I can write. Cannot speak.
Cannot speak.
Can write. You right now you can write to the chat room.
Saudi and Saudi Cup.
Yeah, lah,
Yeah.
Sawadika.
Usually they always say Sawadika and Sawadika is for the male, Sawadika is for the female. Ka.
Sawadika.
Cup, men all say cup. We women say ka.
I mean, you say to the women, "Ka," is it? I mean, "Sawati ka."
Cup and clap. Cup and clap.
Clap.
No. Difference. Clap.
Yeah.
Careful. Your line there is leg. Your line there is leg.
Okay, now we let Miss Mala to choose the lucky draw for today. We have 2 serving pot to give out. And Sean, what do you think? How are we going to start the lucky draw?
But since there is not many sharers, okay, we can that is a compulsory, okay. The next sections sharer will be a compulsory, okay. Then
Hi, Kareem.
Let Eugene decides how going to give out these prizes.
Okay, we're going to just now. Hi, Kareem. Yeah, Sawati Club is men. Sawati Ka for the woman, right? Correct. Yes.
Clap. Your cup.
Okay, Mala, you choose one word that they actually need to put down in the comments, and then you choose a number from our group here. We can see the comments, and you pick the number. How about that? You choose one word for them to comment. Then we count. Then we choose a number later who to give out.
Okay.
Any word.
Mala.
Anyway, let them comment on the comment session.
Very easy. Thank you. In Thai language.
Say what? Thank you.
Thank you.
In Thai language. Don't say first.
Oh, you mean that ask the people to write the thank you, is it? In Thai language, is it? Very tough, like this one.
Karine is the one she knows the Thai language.
Yeah, no, you start commenting. Thank you.
Mana.
Pretty.
Let them write pretty.
Kapun ka. What is kapun ka? Thank you. Okay. Correct.
We went for Google already.
Hui San. Number 1 is Hui San.
So kapun ka. The first winner is for Hui San. Kapun ka. Okay. All right. The second one, Sean, you think of something before we announce the second winner? First winner. Hui San, right? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations, Hui San.
Sean just say we are the handsome and pretty.
Patrick even write in Thai language already.
Google. Okay, first winner is Hui San. She got the Kap Kun Ka, correct. Okay, second one.
You still got second prize, right?
Yeah, we have two sets. So we have first for Hui San, and we got the second one.
Just ask them to put in sky in Thai words.
Sky.
I don't know how to do that.
They can type. Is it they can type?
Mala can see that. Sky in Thai words.
Sky. What is Thai? What sky? Sky.
Cannot type because I'm using the laptop. I try.
Oh, someone write it already. Lao Seng Yen say what? Tangang. What is that? What is sky in Thai language? Oh, this one very challenging as well.
Yeah, very difficult.
See the correct answer now. First answer correct for Thai, for sky in Thai language, then it will be the winner. Sky ka. Sky. S-K-Y. Yeah, sky in Thai language. 开播 the sky. 开播 the sky. Sky in Thai language. First person get correct will be decided by Mala.
For my son. tăng phả
Tăng pha correct à? No.
tăng phả mà có mày xanh hả? Oh, my daughter-in-law. Call them, ask them what is Skype.
Oh my god.
Tăng phả.
Too difficult question.
The Skype, we now normally we don't talk about Skype, man. Talk about food. Food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lao Seng Yen said
Tom yam
she's
gong. Tom
correct.
yam gong.
She said
Tom yum
THX
gong.
Kang Yang Pa. Is it
Tom yam
Kang Yang
gong.
Pa?
I already missed the
Tăng-
food there lah.
Tăng phả.
Correct, huh? Tang Yang Pa, correct, is it?
Yeah.
THXNGFA. Lao Seng Yen. Correct,
Yes.
huh?
How to spell? How to pronounce? Tang Sing Fa. From Google.
Google, the one different from Google one. Same part. Tomorrow I ask my son, I'll let you know.
Okay,
So
we
hit
got
the lucky draw first.
we got Corinne Soto. She write it in Thai language. Correct or not? Mala, you can have a look or not on the comments.
藤花还是藤花哦？
No, she
Well,
write
that's
it
a
in Thai
Thai.
language. Correct or not? Can you check? Can you see the comments, Mala? Correct. Ah?
拼音
In the Thai language, in the Thai words.
藤
yes.
花藤花。
Yeah. So congratulations to Corinne. Second winner, Corinne.
Not the one 咩？老食恩嘛。
Oh, in Thai language, Sky, in Thai language, you have to
Oh.
type it out. Ah.
Wow.
Ramadan baby.
How was that? Yeah. Corinne, very good. Don't know how she write it. I also don't know how to write.
Thai language very
Okay. Congratulations to Corinne.
clap.
Okay, thank you, Mala, for your sharing today. We learned a lot of, as a caregiver, we have to be very strong mentally
Yes, and physically.
and physically.
As well. Yeah, you take care of yourself.
Can't hear you what you say?
Me time. Take care of yourself too.
Me time. Okay.
Me time. Me time. Yes. All right. Okay. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
สวัสดีครับ
Is this Sawadika? Can you say Sawadika,
ส
man?
วัสดีครับ
Ah,
สวัสดีครับโอเคสวัสดีครับโอเค
No ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you.
I know ตรงยำกุ้งนี่แหละ So miss the food there.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
So much.
Next week we will talk about the topic of ambulance, as we know that just to announce that quick topic. We are current pandemic, actually the situations of we have not enough ambulance to bring the patients to hospital, including those elderly that really need help. So as we know that the number of ambulance is not enough currently, and we are getting Persatuan Sukarelawan of to update us current situation and who to reach out when you need help. So follow us next Monday, 9 o'clock. Then we bring the person who update us about the ambulance status in Klang Valley. All right. Thank you. Good night. Bye. Oh, Mala. What? Okay. I think there's one very 點樣講啊？佢哋有一個 slogan 嘅叫 It's okay not to be okay。呢個係佢哋嘅 slogan 嚟嘅 for mental illness。It's okay not to be okay。其實係一個好 popular 嘅 Korean drama 嚟嘅，都係 last year I think。OK，今日你哋三個學到嘢啦，係咪
off 咗啦 offline 咗啦。
？OK，我哋 offline 啦，拜拜。
Okay.